Hello students, today let us start with the keynotes of the square and square roots. Alright, now in square, let us read the key points first of all and then go for few videos. Square number obtained. When a number is multiplied by itself, it is a number raised to the power 2. That is 2 square means 2 multiply 2. That you understand already. Next, if a natural number m can be expressed as n square, where n is also a natural number, then m is called a square number. What does it mean? Means when we find out the square of some number, then its result is called the square number. Next, all square numbers end with 0, 1, 4, 5, 6 and 9 at unit place. These all are square number. That is a perfect square, either 2 square or 3 square or 4 square or any 5 square and so on. The next one is square number can only have even numbers of 0 at end. What does it mean? If a number is a perfect square and end with 0, then its 0 must be in even number like 2 zeros or 4 zeros and so on. Next is square root is an inverse operation of square. Yes, square root is an inverse operation of square. Like 2 square is 4. Then the root of 4 is 2. That is a totally inverse operation of squares. Further you understand these points. Few points we have already done and few points we further discuss. Next, there are two integral square root of a perfect square number. The next is positive square root of a number is denoted by root. This is the symbol of the root. For example, 3 square is equal to 9. It gives 9 root of 9 is equal to 3. Means the reciprocal, that is totally inverse of each other. Square of 3 is 9 and the root of 9 is 3. So students, next property is perfect square or square number. It is a square of some natural number, that is n square, where m is a perfect square. That is when the square root we find out for 4, answer is 2. So it is called a perfect square. Next, the properties of the square number. A number end with 2, 3, 7 or 8 is never a perfect square. You always remember these properties always help. For example, 152, 1028 and so on. Next, a number ending with 0, 1, 4, 5, 6 or 9 may not necessarily be a square number. For example, 20, 31 and 24. Next, square of even numbers are always even. We have already learned these properties. And square of odd number is always an odd number. As examples are given, 4 square is equal to 16. Both are even. 9 square is equal to 81. Both are odd. The next is a number ending in an odd number of zeros. Ending in an odd number. Odd number means 0, either 1 times 0 comes or 3 times. For example, in 10 we have only 1 0. In 1000 we have 3 zeros. So a number end in an odd number of zeros cannot be a perfect square. For a perfect square, the number of zeros, counting of the zeros must be even. The next is the difference of squares of two consecutive natural number is equal to their sum. As we have done a few questions. For example, 4 square minus 3 square is equal to how much? 7. That is 7 non-square numbers are lie between these numbers. Square are the, but how many numbers are there? That is 7. So students, the difference of the squares of two consecutive natural number is equal to their sum. That is 4 square minus 3 square is equal to 4 plus 3 is equal to 7. That is n plus 1 square minus n square is equal to n plus 1 plus n. Next, the triplet. Triplet are three numbers m and p. These are just the algebraic terms. Three natural numbers is called Pythagorean triplet if m square plus n square is equal to p square. That is 3 square plus 4 square is equal to 25, or we can say 5 square. These we can understand with the help of few videos.
The squares of numbers 1, 11, 111 and so on. They form an interesting pattern as shown. Now let us work out an example. Write the square of the following numbers based on the pattern. 1,11,111 square and 1,11,11,111 square. Solution. There are 6 digits in the given number. Therefore, its square has 2n minus 1 digits. Here, n is equal to 6. Therefore, its square has 11 digits, and the number is given here. We can also write the square of the number by writing 6 consecutive natural numbers and then write them backward. Now let us write the square of the number 1,11,11,111 square. There are 8 digits in the given number. Therefore, its square has 2n minus 1 digits. Here, n is equal to 8. Therefore, its square has 15 digits, and the number is given here. And the other method to write the square of this given number is, first write 8 consecutive natural numbers, and then write them backward. Observe the squares of numbers 7, 67, 667 and so on. They form an interesting pattern as shown here. If a number is a square number, it has to be the sum of successive odd numbers starting from 1. Remember, if a natural number cannot be expressed as a sum of successive odd natural numbers starting with 1, then it is not a perfect square. Let us find the correct answer for the given question. Express 19 square as the sum of 2 consecutive integers. Click to know the correct answer.
So now students, I hope you understand this part of the square and square root. Now so many more properties are there. Now this is the question for you. You must solve this question and write in the comment box of the video. You must mention your name and section with your answers.
Express 21 square as the sum of 2 consecutive integers. Click to know the correct answer. Solution. Here, n is equal to 21. First number is equal to n square minus 1 divided by 2, that is equal to 220. Second number is n square plus 1 divided by 2, that is equal to 221. Thus we have 21 square is equal to 220 plus 221. Observe some other pattern in squares. Consider the square of a number of the form b5, where b is tens digit and 5 is a unit digit. Therefore, the square of b5 is equal to whole square of 10b plus 5 is equal to 100b into b plus 1 plus 25, or we can write it as b into b plus 100 plus 25. Thus, square of b5 can be written as follows. Now it's quiz time. Find the squares of the following numbers containing 5 in units place. Click to check your answer.
Now students, you must do this question also and send me your answers in the message box with your name and roll number. Now I'll give you understanding how you can solve this question. Now students, you can use this formula, that is b5 square, to find out square of a number in which the unit place is filled by 5. What does it mean by b? B means any number. Alright, b is filled with any number, but at the place of unit we have 5. Then when we find out the square of such kind of number, what is the formula? B plus 1. That is the number present in the tens place of the 5. So b plus 1 into 100 plus 25. You can use directly formula. It is not required that you have to multiply again and again two numbers to find out the squares.
Of small numbers like 3, 4, 5, 6 are easy to find. However, to find the squares of bigger numbers like 34, 67 quickly, we use identities.
Let us find the square of 35 without actual multiplication. We can write the number 35 as a whole square of 30 plus 5. On simplifying it further as shown, we get the value as 1225. The square of 35 is 1225.
Now students, this is one more method to solve the square of 35 or any number like this. So we can break these number into two parts and use the identity. In this case we have used the formula break in two parts, or you can directly use the formula a square plus b square plus 2ab, or you can break this into two parts and then solve by distribution method. That is 30 is multiplied with both, then 5 is multiplied with both. So this is the another method. It is not important that you multiply this again and again. You can find out the square. These are the different methods by which you can find out the squares.
Let us find the square of another number, that is 39, without actual multiplication. We can write the number 39 as a whole square of 40 minus 1. On simplifying it further as shown, we get the value as 1521. The square of 39 is 1521. Now we will find the square of 42 without actual multiplication. We can write the number 42 as the whole square of 40 plus 2. On simplifying it further as shown, we get the value as 1764. The square of 42 is 1764. Let us know about Pythagorean triplet. Observe the following pattern. 3 square plus 4 square is equal to 9 plus 16. That is equal to 25 or 5 square. 6 square plus 8 square is equal to 36 plus 64. That is equal to 100 or 10 square. And so on. Here are the triplets: 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 10, 9, 12, 15, 5, 12, 13, and 10, 24, 26 are known as Pythagorean triplets. Thus, we can define the term Pythagorean triplets as follows. A triplet of three natural numbers m, n, and p is called a Pythagorean triplet if m square plus n square is equal to p square. Generalizing the concept, for any natural number m is greater than 1, we have 2m square plus m square minus 1 square is equal to m square plus 1 square. So 2m, m square minus 1 and m square plus 1 form a Pythagorean triplet.
So student, basically three numbers made the Pythagorean triplet, and the relation between those numbers are, that is the 2m square minus 1 and m square plus 1 gives such kind of relation that the addition of these two, square of addition of these two come in the form of square of third number, like 3 square and 4 square is equal to 5 square and so on.
Let us work out an example. Examine whether 14, 48 and 50 is a Pythagorean triplet or not. Solution. On adding the squares of 14 and 48, we get the result as 2500, which is a square number of 50. Thus 14, 48 and 50 is a Pythagorean triplet. Let us write a Pythagorean triplet whose one number is 12. Solution. General form of a Pythagorean triplet is 2m, m square minus 1, m square plus 1. Let us take m square minus 1 is equal to 12. On solving it further, we get the value of m square as 13. The value of m will not be an integer. So try m square plus 1 is equal to 12. M square is equal to 11, which is again not an integer. Let us try 2m is equal to 12 or m is equal to 6. On substituting the value of m, that is 6, in Pythagorean triplets, we get m square plus 1 is equal to 37. Similarly, m square minus 1 is equal to 35. Thus, the required Pythagorean triplet is 6, 35 and 37.
So students, we must try the given number for m square minus 1, m square plus 1 and 2m such that it suits the or it satisfies the Pythagorean triplet.
Square root is the inverse operation of square. For example, square of 6 is 36. Therefore, square root of 36 is 6.
So student, our basic the thing or the basic concept for the square and square root is square 6 square gives us 36 and square root of 36 gives us 6. That is the inverse of each other. So square of 6 is 36 and square root of 36 is 6. So this is the basic thing which we have to define by different methods and so on. You understand the finding the squares by different method, tricks, Pythagorean triplet and etc. Now we start with the square root. In next video we start the methods how we can find out the square root. So till now just go through the video, understand the concepts. Okay, for the exercise we have to go through for the next video for the square roots.